You go to your local Tim Hortons store on a snowy winter day. You get a large coffee and leave, but then trip and fall outside the store, spilling your drink. Boom, problem. You go to school and get a D minus on your science test. Boom, problem. You're playing video games when the other team politely demolishes you. You smash your keyboard into pieces. Boom, problem. Problems occur in our everyday lives constantly. We're so used to them that we simply think of them as obstacles to pass and then forget about. Your coffee falls out of your hand and spills all over the floor. You clean it up, get a new one if you really want to, then move on with the rest of your day, forgetting about the minor inconvenience. We think of most problems like obstacle blocks that stop you from moving forward, that we need to jump over or sidestep to reach our goal. But in reality, they're the blocks that we run on, the blocks that make the path to our goal, the blocks that show us what our goal even is. Looking at obstacles under different angles and focusing on the positive is the key to success. My math sucked, and I said that in a past tense for a reason. I was in grade 7 and I had this math notebook that I had to work on every day. There were around 100 questions in that notebook, and they were all word problems on a variety of topics like ratios, fractions, speed, algebra, etc. Every day I would have to do 2 to 4 questions in the textbook, and then if they were wrong, repeat. This honestly pains me. Most of the time, I would spend entire weekends doing one math problem that I just couldn't grasp. Once, I spent 7 hours on a Sunday doing math, failing and failing time by time again, not learning from my mistakes, and feeling like my brain just shut off. The few months that I spent doing the textbook were some of the most painstaking months of my life, but also some of the most productive. After looking back, I realized that redoing these questions over and over made me better and better until I could complete each day's textbook work without any help from my parents. Every time I messed up, flipped wrong signs, copied the question wrong, or straight up wrote random numbers on the page, I was building the path to my understanding. Now, a key part of this was my mindset. I had an open mind, meaning I accepted all the mistakes and suggestions and then used it to better myself for the next time. Without that mindset, I would have just thought of the experience as a brick wall stopping me from my goal, and it would have never improved. Even though at that time it seemed like a negative experience, it brought so many positive things into my life just by looking at it differently. Famous billionaire Whitney Wolfe Herd once said, "Life is about perspective and how you look at something." Most times, when you get challenged, you think of it as an obstacle to pass, to get rid of, but now I always remind myself to treat them as opportunities. Try to focus on the positives, to realize the possibilities, as when you get challenged, it's not really an obstacle, it's a path. A path you can only see if you focus on the positive.